hot water. Thank God there's a device in the wall that warms this water up and dumps it on me. And then I was like, thank God that I don't have to go down to some river and scoop this water out and warm it myself. And then I went beyond that and I was like, thank God there's even a thing called water that washes us and hydrates us and keeps us alive. And it was the first true encounter with like base gratitude where I was like, just thank God there's a thing called water that we can drink and live off of that also cleans our bodies. How amazing is God?
Well, God's system is perfect. It just
I,
is. And I don't have time to get into it, but even like my spiritual beliefs even explains starving black African kids.
well,
Which
we
in
talked
a
about
short
that before.
version, like I guess for anyone who already knows what it is, would be the egg. Not perfectly.
Yeah,
That's not perfectly what I think, but basically
right.
the egg. You
Yeah, the
know.
gold egg. But I do think that we're all experiencing the same life on different timelines at the exact same time.
I'm starting to think that too, especially the more dusters I did. I started to realize there's multiple timelines we don't even see that we're on top of.
Right.
And I was
Well, there's a
killing
thing.
myself with the duster, but I wasn't quite dying, but I was killing myself. So I was falling in and out of these different fucking timelines. I'm telling you, I was.
Well,
And then this
there's
hallucinations was just me seeing shit I wasn't supposed to see. It's not that they weren't real. I wasn't in that timeline, but I was kind of fucking slipping into it.
there's a thing called quantum consciousness where like say I just slipped off of this chair and died, and you just watched me slip and fall and hit my head. But there's another universe where I turn slightly at the last minute and I don't fall and I
Yeah.
don't die. And what happens is your consciousness slips from this universe to that
Yeah.
universe at the moment of death.
Yeah. There's a scenario where you die and I see you die. Then there's another one that breaks off where you don't die and I see you not die.
And not only is there another one that you see me not die, but there's a million billion where I do and a million trillion where I don't.
And and for anyone to say that's not possible is crazy because space is infinite. If you really can which I don't think we can understand infinite, but if you really try to understand what infinite is, that means not only is there an infinite amount of places for that to happen, but
Right.
if time's infinite, which it is, then why there could be a universe where we only eat ice cream and it's completely normal because nobody knows anything but eating ice cream. And it
No,
sounds
and that
silly, but if there's, if,
no,
I'm just using that as an example.
yeah,
But
no, I'm just well, the reason that Rick and Morty is so appealing is because they dive into that idea a
yeah,
lot.
yeah,
But the another one that I think about a lot is like when teachers or people used to tell me I'm not the center of the universe. But hear me out. If it's infinite in every direction, everyone is the center of every
I
universe.
agree. I agree.
So it's like,
Or if,
actually,
like you're
yeah,
saying, if me
yeah,
and you are
yeah,
the same consciousness experiencing life simultaneously,
yeah.
then we are the sooner. Then we are the sooner. The issue is we're not realizing that me and you are one, which is what fucking ancient religions and spiritual paths have been telling us. Everyone basically the more research you do about spirituality, the more you land into we're all one, and people
Right.
really just don't understand that we are all just one big consciousness, and like yeah, it's just so mind blowing, dog. It's so hard to
Almost,
put into words.
almost every night, I'll be watching TV, and it's when I'm getting close to bedtime. I'll have this thought where it's like, how weird is it that there's anything, that there's stuff?
Exactly.
Where the fuck did this stuff come from? What do you mean there was a big bang and now I'm watching Rick and Morty before I go to bed? What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, one thing I'm
It isn't.
convinced of for
It would have
sure
been
is
so
that
easy.
a black hole is just another Big Bang.
They, I don't know because it's on such a small scale. I think that your idea that the universe is breathing is a better one. I don't know if you remember telling me, but years ago you were like, the the idea is that gravity pulls it back together. So everything condenses down and it explodes out
Yeah.
and then slowly comes back together and
It's
explodes
not
out.
doing that in
That
one spot, it's doing that in multiple spots. That's what black holes are.
maybe. I think that what
Did
black
you,
holes
but
are,
you know where I came up with that conclusion was drawing the flower of life. And in the flower of
right.
life, there what you're talking about is an equinox, right? If you look at the flower of life, it's just a bunch of equinoxes crossing each other.
Well,
So
what
that
I
makes
was
me believe that's what black holes are doing, is that they're sucking in new universes and shooting out old new ones, or sucking in old ones, shooting out new ones, or maybe they're all the same age. If you, dude, I'm telling you, get a compass
this,
and draw the flower of life and just look
I,
at it for a while, and it will
what
kind of
I'm
change the way you understand the universe, which is exactly what spirit science said, and that's exactly why I did it, and they were right. I don't know why they were right, but they were.
I understand, and I will do that. But the idea that I have is that these black holes that are forming are just packages of information waiting to be collapsed. So what'll happen is
Same
slowly
thing, though. Same thing. Same thing.
black holes, black holes will eat everything, including us, and
Yeah.
then the black holes will come together. And when there's nothing but black holes left in the universe, and they start moving to each other, that's when they form what's called a primeval atom, which is the
I watched the video that you watched. I promise. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I
Where
don't know
you
what video you
keep
mean.
going. You got to watch this video if you haven't seen it. Where if you just keep going far enough in time, eventually there's nothing but black holes left, and they basically do exactly what you just said.
I haven't seen a video that says that, but I got the idea from something that you said a long time ago. And I just think that I don't think that white holes are the other side of black holes. It just doesn't feel right to me.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not a fucking scientist. Who knows?
What we're both talking about is kind of the same, just different versions of it. It sounds like.
It's called the Big Crunch, is what it's called. But yeah, different versions of it. See,
Yeah.
I think that all the black holes